Blessings to each one of you today. Thanks for being a part of my Bending Angel Prayer Ministry. Today's prayer came from my experience as a student in May Day when I was 10 years old. And the title of the prayer is Prayer to Make Room for Others. God, when I was age 10 and attending 4th grade at EA Post Elementary in the Cy-Fair Independent School District, there was a school production to celebrate May Day. All of the students and our teachers coordinated this large festival production that included singing, dancing, and wrapping streamers around the tall maypole. The event was big, but being in a wheelchair, I felt very, very small, very useless, and insignificant. I was rather out of place and uncomfortable. That is because, God, what can I really do to contribute to the festivities? Being confined to a wheelchair because of polio. Clearly not dancing. I could not sing. Wrapping streamers around the maypole was not physically possible. Thankfully, the principal at my school, Roy Metcalf, somehow knew I needed to be included. He had written a script especially for me and asked me to be, of all things, master of ceremonies. My job was to say inspirational things about the occasion and to lead everyone through each of the activities being performed on the field. God, that experience of someone like Roy Metcalf making room for me will never be forgotten. And because my principal, Roy Metcalf, saw value in me, I grew up to find value within myself and others too. God, isn't that what we should do for others in service to you? Many of your places of worship were closed due to COVID-19, but the doors of our hearts can and must remain open to share your grace. At this time of social and familial distancing, we cannot hug. We cannot shake hands. Our smiles may not be seen by others as we wear our COVID-19 masks, but there are countless things we can do which reflect how you, God, value us, and likewise ways we can recognize and show appreciation of others. For example, to write handwritten notes as your pen pal angels to others, for them to receive messages of holy hope from you, to wave at others as they walk or ride a bicycle down the street where we live, to say thanks to a cashier at a store's checkout counter or a drive-through window, to invite a child to help bake cookies, make pizza, or put flowers or tomato plants in the garden. And for me, yesterday, my granddaughter, Alora, who is very good at art, I asked her to cut my hair, as it had not been cut for 2 months. At first, she looked very intimidated, but when it was all done, as you can see, I still have hair, and I gave her a part to play and showed I valued her, and I think she might have valued me more after that. You can also ask a son or daughter to create a painting or a drawing to place on the wall, because God, your children, have talents and roles to be valued too. Simple acts mean so much now, but such deeds like Principal Metcalf's act for me when I was 10 often make an incalculable difference in later years. Years when our self-worth is tested and when we need courage and strength, Lord, to live and love by your word and to blossom in your kingdom. God, if we ask you in prayer, what can I do to make room for others? Or God, what small thing can I do to show my empathy and compassion to a friend or a stranger at this difficult time? I know you will certainly answer our prayers. God, not all of us can sing or dance on May days or weave colorful streamers around the maypole, but we can all celebrate your unbounded, loving inclusivity of all your children. Truly a love without borders, a church without walls, a place marked with a cross, far more glorious and beautiful than any maypole. A place I found in Principal Roy Metcalf's heart, making room for me in 4th grade. A little act of kindness which made a huge difference in me. Principal Roy Metcalf has since died, but God, he is now with you in heaven, yet his kindness lives on in me. Amen. Thanks for joining me today. And until we have our next prayer together, please remember that God and his angels are only a prayer away.